Jewish high holidays are coming up next week, so if you need an easy dish to prepare for you and your family, you are in luck.
Susan Barocas is the project director for the Jewish Food Experience. She's here to show us how to make a traditional dish in a simple way, and I wanted to start off by saying Shana Tova.
Ooh, that's really good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he was researching over there. We were coming on. I go, what is that? He goes, impressive.
Preparing for Rosh Hashanah and the high holidays, of course.
It is. Yeah. It's very
I've got nothing.
Well, you get to cook first then.
How's that? Yeah, I've got mazel. That's about it.
If you've got mazel, you've got everything.
Okay, good.
Mazel is luck. So,
all right.
So whoever wants to start whisking,
I can do that as well.
Kugels are a really traditional dish, and nowadays people do all sorts of things to jazz them up. At the Jewish Food Experience, that's what we're all about. We take these traditional dishes and we kind of, you know, add some twist to them.
And what are we adding right now?
So right now I'm adding some sour cream. We already have eggs and vanilla and sugar in the bowl.
Okay.
This is, most people cook their noodles first when they make a noodle kugel. And my mom was a working mom with 4 kids, and she couldn't do that.
Yeah, she's
okay.
so busy.
So she has this recipe where you dump butter, a stick of butter melted, you melt it in the oven. As you're doing this prep, you add the noodles uncooked. You stir all this together, just whisk and whisk. I'm going to pour in some milk for you to whisk, 2 cups of milk. And by the time she was done, we would have a noodle kugel. This is the easiest thing in the world.
And our viewers can't smell it, but it smells sweet in here. It smells like fruit or cinnamon. Is this a dessert?
Well, you know what? Kugels can be desserts, and many people serve them as desserts, but a lot of people serve a sweet kugel as part of the meal.
Nice.
The sweetness of the New Year, or on the Jewish Sabbath, the sweetness of the Sabbath. And there are different kinds of kugels. Kugels are kind of a pudding, but they're really not like we think of chocolate pudding or something like that. They're made from vegetables, noodles, potatoes. They can be sweet, like this one, or savory.
It smells like fall up here.
Does it?
Do you get that feel?
Is there cinnamon? Yeah, we're gonna do.
I love
and there's
cinnamon.
vanilla in here.
Yes.
And there's this recipe. What makes it work is that there's a really lot of liquid, and so I'm adding an 8-ounce can of pineapple. Crushed pineapple with all the juice. And you're
gonna back up here.
Yeah, I'll try to be careful there. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I got the apron on. But if you'll stir that a bit more, we literally are almost done with this.
This seems really easy, yeah. Mike, get in here and work.
Right,
what do you think? You're subbing on the show, you're not going to work?
No, I'll work it. I'll work it.
So elbow grease in there.
I have to say that people think of kugels as being very high fat with eggs and sour cream. I have just used all low fat ingredients, and it works fine. I just don't tell my guests. I don't tell anyone.
You know, it's funny, when you know that you've used low fat or something different, you think you taste it, but when you don't know, like it's like the time my mom did pancakes with applesauce. Have you ever done that?
Yum.
Try it. It's better for you, and you can't tell.
Delicious. That
so
sounds great. So we're ready.
I'm ready.
The only thing is, some people might add, one of the modern twists is to add some dried fruit, or traditionally raisins, or shredded apples. You also have people like Todd Gray over at Equinox reimagining his wife Ellen's family noodle kugel and adding creme fraiche, which no Jewish grandmother ever used, but in his, and it's delicious. And by the way, his recipe is on our website, his kugel recipe, along with top 10 recipes from a number of area foodies for the holidays at jewishfoodexperience.com.
So after you're done whisking, you just pour it on?
Pour it on.
I'll let you do that because I don't want to make a mess and be
She's a
liable.
professional. We should let her do that, shouldn't we?
All right. Well, now the pressure's on. The pressure is on. All right. And what's nice about this is it freezes. You can make it ahead.
Oh,
that's very good.
And this is the Eastern European Jewish tradition. There are very different flavors from different Jewish traditions.
Well, I was going to ask, does it vary region by region what ingredients you add in there? So a Jewish person in Spain versus a Jewish person in America or Israel?
Well, actually, a Jewish person in Spain of traditional Spanish heritage wouldn't make this.
Okay.
They would make some different dishes, and maybe some vegetable more oriented dishes. Noodles have a long, long, beautiful history around the world. They traveled by the Silk Road, and there's ancient references to them. But what's interesting is the Jews of Eastern Europe, the way that they came up with this lukshin, which is noodle kugel, is they would take old leftover bits of dough, of bread each week, and they would mush them together with some water and usually some goose fat, or some, and if they had whatever they had, and on Friday nights, and they would sweeten it to make the end of the week the Sabbath sweet. Nice. They would just press it all together, mush out the dough, roll it out from the old bread, cut it into strips, boil it, and
here it is.
So once you've got it in here, then you just
you
put
cover
it in
it
the
with
oven?
aluminum. I know it looks like all this cottage cheese is on top. It will sink to the bottom. Trust me, it will come out looking like this.
Let's try
you just
some. Let's
cover
try
it with aluminum, let it cook.
And what's the temperature or length of bake?
350. You cook it for about 40 minutes with the aluminum.
That's yummy.
Yeah.
I like that.
It. Oh, good.
It tastes like bread. It doesn't even taste like pasta.
Yeah, it
Or
gets
noodles.
really soft. It's that's I think the pudding element of it, all the moisture. And actually, over at DGS Delicatessen, Barry Coslow does serve it as dessert with homemade cinnamon ice cream, which is to die for.
Oh, yeah, I've got to try that.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
It's my first kugel, so thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Mine too.
Well, good. And now you'll have to try all the different, all the different varieties now.
Susan, thanks for coming on. We really enjoyed every time you come on.
Easy fast.
Oh, thank you so much. This is a great break-the-fast meal. So
It sure is.
all right, thank you. You did a lot of homework.
I did study.
He's such a kiss-up, Susan. Mazel, okay.
I'll bring you more food.
Keep coming.
The Jewish Experience. We'll come back right after this break.
Great.